I've finished documenting the night of the full moon. The next step for the heroes is, of course, to re-enter the vaults. Perhaps, in their desperation and feeling of helplessness, they tried to convince the Mayor Menhimes to send his daughter Doriana into the vaults with them to find this motley man that seems to stalk her dreams. He, of course, refused, and I agree with him. This place is no place for the innocent, and after poring through this library, I should know. Doriana has been unable to offer any more useful information, so the heroes must go on with what little they have. With an offer from Gerald and the saved Kilino Lathanar to make a unique armor using the pelt of the Winter Wolf, the heroes re-entered the Gauntlet and pushed down to the next level of dark mysteries, the flesh-warping laboratories. First among these mysteries was a strange observation deck over a room filled with stained and dried blood. Observing was a strange centipede-like creature, of which the heroes managed to narrowly avoid detection. It wasn't long before they stumbled upon a secret door, which often grants both a feeling of success and foreboding. And lo, it did indeed contain horror and danger. The heroes came face to face with flesh-warped Morlocks known as Dreshkan, which were handily dealt with, and another of the centipede creatures, now unconscious at their feet.
Hello there, creatures and denizens of the North. James here with a favor to ask of you. We want you to go out and tell a friend about one of our shows. Word of mouth is so important for a burgeoning network like ours, and each and every one of you can help us grow just by mentioning one of our shows to a friend, a game master, or someone on the street with a cool shirt. We'd also like to remind you that we've got a free public Discord where some of our most dedicated fans hang out at unchartednorth.com/Discord, and we'd love to hear from you. And if you really like what we do, you can help us create these shows and get some cool rewards in the process at patreon.com/unchartednorth. That's it. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope you enjoyed today's episode.
When I was little, my father was famous. He was the greatest samurai in the empire, and he was the shogun's decapitator. He cut off the heads of 131 lords for the shogun. It was a bad time for the empire. But a good time if you like kung fu movies and the Wu-Tang Clan, baby.
I thought you turned Scotty in the Zoo in the Morning into a Dan Carlin's Hardcore History podcast rip off.
I mean, hey, I do love that. Hardcore History's the shit. Check that out.
It's so good.
No,
Yeah.
that was from Shogun Assassin, and it also is used, I think, on the Liquid Swords album. If anyone's a fan of Wu-Tang Clan. But yeah, so I grew up watching a shit ton of kung fu movies and also listening to 90s rap, which was heavily influenced by kung fu movies.
Oh, no.
What about you guys?
Oh, yeah, on the first one. Oh, no, on the second one for me.
Fans of the kung fu movies?
Yeah. Yeah. Always loved me a movie with almost no story and a whole lot of stunts. And just really, like, and I love silliness and I love like just the really like cool choreography. Some of them are awesome. But you got to be in the mood for it. It's you don't just reminds me of one time I was talking to someone about like how people rate movies and how no one should ever be rating them like comparing, say a Will Ferrell movie to an Oscar winning movie, but they do. Like general reviews just go, this has a terrible story and it's slapstick humor, 1 star. And you're like, but that was the point of the movie, so maybe it did a good job of that. And that's how I feel about kung fu movies. It's just like they have a very particular goal. It is to show off some acrobatics and some choreography, and that's it. Enjoy. It's like going to the ballet.
Freeman definitely is painting quite the blanket statement here for all of kung fu movies, but I do know that there is a specific style I think that he is going for here.
Yeah. I guess I'm very particularly talking about the one that I grew up with, like the style that I grew up with. My stepfather had VHS upon VHS of every white American dude who tried to make it big like Chuck Norris. It's just like the most C or D movies possible. He
Canadian
had them.
Legends, the McNamara brothers and the Twin Dragon Encounter. Did you have that one, Freeman?
I don't know. Maybe.
2 twins just kicking ass all over rural Ontario. Loved it.
I know James, if I remember correctly, James is a big fan of The Raid.
Yeah, I like The Raid well.
The
enough.
Raid is great. Raid 2.
Yeah. I think Raid 2's a better movie. There's your hot take.
I don't think that's a
for the
controversial
day.
opinion.
Yeah, so not necessarily kung fu movies, but like Asian early Asian cinema has just influenced so much of Western culture and Western cinema that it's hard not to love those movies.
I guess it might be more appropriate to say Asian action films as opposed to kung fu movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we're talking about kung fu movies specifically, what is it? 5 chambers, like seven chambers.
The pinnacle of all, not even kung fu movies, but movie making as a whole, is Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh man.
And I don't think that's a controversial opinion at all.
Kung Fu Hustle is amazing. I actually recently watched that. It is so entertaining. It's really too bad the
Genuinely
CG
a
doesn't
great
hold up
movie.
like it used to, but it's still wildly entertaining.
Yeah, and James, I guess the 7th chamber, and isn't the 7th chamber of death? And then also there's the 36 chambers of the Shaolin, which is another film itself.
Yeah, it's 36 chambers that I'm thinking of. Like all 3 of those movies are fantastic. 5 Deadly Venoms is great. But I've always found myself more on the side of samurai movies. As much as I love kung fu movies, I'm like
Yeah.
7 Samurai is directly responsible for probably my favorite movie of all time, which is The Magnificent Seven.
So good.
Which is obviously a remake. Yeah.
One of my best friends back home, we connected because we kind of had a small connection through someone else, and he was complaining to me that no one wanted to go see the movie Hero with Jet Li. And I was like, man, movie looks amazing. He's like, we should go together. And we bonded immediately. We went and watched Hero, and we were best friends ever since. He's like basically my brother. It's like,
nice.
Yep, this is the shit.
I'd be super remiss if I didn't mention Everything Everywhere All at Once, like Michelle Yeoh's
I
magnum
haven't
opus.
seen it yet. Oh,
It's
I heard
incredible.
It's so good.
Yeah, Short Round.
It's on my
I'm sorry,
list.
I don't know his name. He does a great job, but Michelle Yeoh just kills
Ki
it.
Young Kai.
Ki Young Kai, yeah. She
Um,
kills it like she does in
I
everything.
probably
Oh, right,
butchered
Short
that.
Round. Yeah, I forgot he was in
and
that.
speaking of samurai films, anything by Kurosawa. Okay, sorry, I just
Yeah.
want to make sure
I
I
was
pronounce
watching-
that even somewhat close.
Yeah.
His movies are
There's a
amazing.
YouTube channel. There's a YouTube channel called something about like every frame of picture, I think it's called.
Every frame's a pain. Every
Every
of
frame of
painting.
painting, yeah. And they talk about how Kurosawa used motion in all of his shots to like add to the scene and the drama. It's utterly fascinating. It is so cool. And it really just shows like this background thing that you take for granted of just how incredible of a filmmaker that person was. It's mind blowing.
It's those scenes that inspired the U.S. westerns to operate without music in those scenes, with just the spurs clanking. It's from movies like Seven Samurai or Rashomon, and to a later extent Yojimbo.
Yeah, and like I could just see that because like it was so long ago. I mean, some of these movies are from the 50s and 60s, so like the amount of technology was very low. So some of the things that they had to do were amazing, and his films were incredible.
Yeah, really, really clever effects. Yeah, I've always wanted to do a full watch, a binge watch of The Blind Swordsman, because I've only ever seen clips.
Zatoichi, so
all
good.
over the place, but I've never actually watched any of the films the whole way through. And
They're
there's
really
some pretty
good.
incredible ones. Yeah.
I think there's 5 Zatoichi. I think there's 3 Yojimbo, and then I think 2 Sanjuro that are definitely worth checking out.
And don't sleep on Throne of Blood.
One
baby.
day.
Oh, Throne of Blood's really good too. And to a more modern extent, The Sword of Doom is also really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so listeners, check it out. Kung Fu movies, samurai movies, all sorts of movies that have come from Asia.
Ong Bak.
Absolutely.
Just Ong Bak.
Get some Thai.
Oh, yeah.
Get some Thai in there.
Get in there. Yeah.
Gesundheit.
Who's Ong Bak? Is that
Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa? Yeah.
Tony Jaa. Yeah. Yeah.
Of Fast and Furious fame.
Oh, did he make his way to the Fast and Furiousness?
He's in one of them.
Honestly, if you want to see what Muay Thai was like before mixed martial arts got its hands on it, Ong Bak is the shit.
But speaking of Fast and Furious, Krucka's rage resides after this fight.
Hey-o.
Speaking of martial arts films, I believe one of the last things that happened was Lady Gilda uppercutted this worm centipede creature into unconsciousness. I think.
Yeah, I think of her as more of a boxer than a martial artist, but yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
She punches
Western martial arts, I believe they call that these days.
Boxing is an art. I think.
I'm not disagreeing with any of those statements. I just don't know if it needs to be called a martial art. I think it's more of a sport than an art. But
fair.
Tell that to someone who could punch your face off your face.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the same thing to like a pool shark. Like it's not a sport; it's a game. Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone, it's all fun and games until someone loses an eye, then it becomes a sport. But then, if you look at the blood spatter, it becomes an art.
All right, Dexter, start the game.
Later season Dexter, by the quality of that writing.
Oh god. Yep, here we are. You've killed a couple of drush cans, or drush cans. I don't know. Drush can sounds very close to trash can to me, so I don't know why I'm saying it that way. Yeah, and you have this creature. I can't remember if you recalled proper knowledge on the centipede creature. I think you didn't. Probably failed.
Yeah, no one hit the recall knowledge on the centipede thing, but I crushed it on the other guys.
Yeah.
Not to toot my own horn.
So you have one lying there unconscious now, ready to be looted and possibly murdered in its sleep. What do you want to do?
Murder in its
dissected for science.
You are in the laboratories level, apparently.
I want to dissect it for the arts.
I have a bachelor in humanities.
I mean, I guess quick reminder here too. You're in this sort of a long, oddly shaped room where it's round at the top and round at the bottom, north and south as it were. And the southern side has again some transparent stone, which you're seeing a lot of lately. And that's looking over the arena, and you can see the big mound of like purpley, fluidy, fleshy something or other, just laying on the battlefield. The battlefield's covered in like old blood stains and stuff too, just like a sandy arena.
I would like to roll a check on the fucking gobbledygook out on the floor. I don't know if we ever did.
No, I don't think you ever did. But you're welcome to with some occultism.
It sounds Trey disgust.
I'll do that for you real quick. No, you are not sure. I mean, honestly, it just looks like a big mound of corpses and like fluid that's like congealed together.
It's like
There's like gear and weapons and stuff from probably old combatants all mixed in, and like skeletons and bits and pieces and carapaces and
I feel this is like a failed experiment pile.
yeah, mayhaps.
prototypes. Okay.
Tulok turns to Gilda and says, "Good job taking this creature down, but we should not let it live."
Should we not interrogate it for information? First, perhaps wait till it wakes up, ask it a couple of questions, find out how sentient it is.
I mean, it does seem to have some sort of sentience.
It does not look like a big talker.
It was using weapons and magic, but I mean, how are we going to tie it up? What are we...
It was actually also holding a book when you walked in.
How does it turn the pages?
Fucking bookworm.
Hey, that's Duncan's line.
One sec. Bookworm.
Who's got 50 ropes? We'll tie it up. So Tulok looks at Gilda like, okay, if you want to question this, how the fuck are we gonna go about it? You got a plan?
She does not have a plan, but again, her first instinct is not to just murder shit that's clearly intelligent. I'm not saying we can't kill it down the line. I'm saying this thing probably has a better idea of what's going on and how to get to Jaffa Key faster than we would by ourselves.
Ever the pragmatist.
And it's clearly intelligent. It has a book and a wand.
Basically, yeah, because when you opened this door, you were immediately attacked by the Dreshkins, and like, because they were just like super irritable creatures, and this thing just followed suit and just tried to take you down without question.
Don't act like this thing's fucking good, Freeman.
I didn't say it was. I'm just saying the reason the combat went the way it did was because of the Dreshkins, as far as you know.
You burst into his reading club.
Yeah. Piss off his friends, and he just got lumped into this.
Yeah, and we don't have to tie the whole thing up. It's a giant centipede, you know. We just tie its maw shut and then leash it to something.
Or presumably tie it up with itself.
Okay.
Let's see how long they
Let's-
are. Let's see if I can find that.
How can we... Okay, I don't remember what we rolled, but I want to learn more about this thing before we go ahead waking it up. So are we rolling occultism?
Yep, occultism for that as well. Let's see what you get here.
If it sucks, I want to use a hero point.
It sucks. All right, let's go for hero point. Just blowing them. Tulok, you honestly, you just think back to the purple worm.
Yeah.
That you found the desiccated corpse of above in level 2, and you think this thing's gotta be related, and you know, like in some cases in nature, you think, you know, it might be minorly smarter, but probably not nearly as intelligent as you think.
Okay, I'm metagaming right now, but I think that you just rolled like a natural 1 and you're feeding me some bullshit.
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not.
Damn you, Pathfinder 2nd Edition and your secret checks.
But this is what Tulok thinks. You think it's related to that creature, and that it's you know, despite it holding a book, for all you know, it could have just been holding it because it found it.
So Tulok will turn to his friends and say, "It can't be that smart. It's a worm, much like that one upstairs. I mean, it casts spells, but for all we know, it's just holding the book to look good in front of the other two."
You all know spells can be innate.
Can I investigate the book?
Yes, you can. You pick up the book from its corpse, but it is written in a language you do not understand.
I'd like to do a society check to try and identify the language.
Yeah, let's do that. We've been down this road before. You can recognize that it's Aklo. Still, no one has managed to learn it.
Well, this book it has here is an Aklo.
Well, I am going to cast Comprehend Language.
Can I or somebody do an Arcana check to try and identify if the script is written in the same sort of format as a spell?
In the same format as a spell.
Yeah, so like when you pop open an encyclopedia, no matter what language it's written in, unless it's like a completely different alphabet, it's usually written in the same general format.
So you're thinking it's a spell book.
I'm thinking it, yeah, James is thinking it's a spell book, but I don't know what else to do with that information other than it's written in Aklo, so.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, so looking at it, you can tell there is a format to it, but it, like, page after page doesn't appear to replicate the same format, and there's definitely lots of annotations. So as if you're going back to each page and adding things.
Okay. I mean, worst case scenario, we have comprehend languages with Tulak, or we have a buddy a couple floors up who speaks Aklo, if not a floor up who speaks Aklo. Because we don't know what Shafrem speaks, but Aklo seems to be the local language here.
Okay. Maybe put a pin in that one until we find Jafaki.
Unless you want to spend another spell slot there, Tulak?
Well, Tulok doesn't think this thing is smart, and Tulok is leaning towards just killing it and moving on right now.
But what does he feel about the book? Like, does that mean he doesn't feel the book is valuable or important?
Okay. Fuck it. Tulok casts Comprehend Language, 2nd level.
2nd level.
Bang, bang. So he takes the book from Gilda and kind of waves his hand over top of it with a purple glow and can read what it says.
Wait. Before you do that, can you just write your fucking name in the book with the Word Reaper and know what it says?
Oh god, I always forget about that. Let's see the Word Reaper. James is smart.
If you use the Word Reaper to inscribe the words read by in your name inside a non-magical literary book, you immediately gain cursory knowledge of the literary work as if you had skimmed it for 5 minutes.
But we're thinking that this is probably a magical book.
Well,
So-
Gilda is.
Oh, we can just try it.
This is great. So any listeners who are, because this hasn't come up in a long time. I don't remember if it came up on air recently, but we talked about off air recently. About Word Reaper, we got way back when you fought Shimmergrin, the crazy, fucked up, evil fae creature. I forget what it was called. Lurker in the Light. And yeah, you got that item. That's sick. That's such a good idea. You gonna go for that then?
Well, we'll start with that, and if it doesn't work, he'll know it's a spell book.
So you write read by Tulok in there with the Word Reaper, and you gain the cursory knowledge as if you skimmed it, I believe is what it says, which leads you... Yeah, what I can give you is that this is clearly a research book. It's a series of research notes on not just... there's a lot on a very particular creature, but it also covers a variety of specific type of monster.
So it's not a spell book. It would, by reading it, I could determine that it is non-magical.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I wonder if it's an alchemical book for flesh warping.
That's exactly right.
Okay, so at least we saved you a 3rd level spell if we did, or a 2nd level spell if we did, even if we did use the once per day of the Word Reaper thing.
Well, now I'm thinking we should use the 3rd level so I can speak the language and we wake this motherfucker up. Because Tulok is second-guessing his own thoughts about how dumb this thing is.
So a comprehend languages is most valuable when, especially at higher heightened levels, when you need to have a conversation. So using it for just reading something. I mean, it could be very valuable, but you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons there, right? High risk, high reward.
No, you're missing what I'm saying. Instead of using it at 2nd level, I would use it at 3rd level and we could speak to the creature with it.
I mean, you don't know what languages the creature speaks.
But we could wake him up first, is the thing. Tulok turns to them both and says, maybe there is more to this creature than I once thought. Perhaps we should bring it back to life and ask it some questions. We may be able to learn some more information about this area, at least.
Gilda will pull out her 50 feet of rope and lash its mouth shut.
We need its
in
mouth.
like a... Yeah, I think we don't need it as much as you think we might. So to start with, she's at least going to be holding on to it like a muzzle, like wrapped around her right arm. So it's leashed, and then that way, Tulok can at least get the creature to answer yes or no questions, and if it can understand basic yay or nay, then we can consider releasing its mouth. But if it's a spellcaster, I don't want to give it the opportunity to immediately wake up in somatic components, because it clearly doesn't, or verbal components, because it clearly doesn't need somatic with 100 little tiny legs and shit.
Yeah, that's true, but also, unless it speaks, I'm not going to know what language it speaks to ask it questions.
Like he says, it's just a start. Then you can always
Okay.
release the mouth later. It's like weird prolapse
All right.
jaw.
Tulok splashes water on it, slaps it in his
God!
stupid face.
It expels. No. Okay, so you kind of get in a position to surround it, subdue it, put it into submission, as it were, and rouse it from its beaten down slumber. And as it sort of like starts awake and kind of wriggles a bit, you can see these like green eyes that are all across its head. There's like 5 of them kind of like shifting around. And you all just hear in your heads a language you don't understand. Seep right into your brains.
What'd you say after listening to much Aklo since starting this adventure? Tulok would be able to pick out if that's what it was.
Yeah, I'd say it might be a couple little inflections that you recognize. Sure.
Okay. So,
And then, wait, but before, I'm going to save you here a bit. So I appreciate your line of thinking. But you sit there in silence for a moment, and then it repeats its phrase to all of your heads, to all of your brains, and Kruka understands.
ooh.
As it speaks in Undercommon into your mind.
What do you want?
Starting to remember that I remembered this language, and it's asking what we want. What should I tell it?
Tell him that we want information. Tell him that we're here seeking someone. Jaffaki. See if he knows any information about him.
And he does this in a perfect, whatever accent Undercommon would be.
Give it to me in Scottish.
No.
You bastard. So it's just like,
Why should I give you anything?
Because you still have your life.
My life.
everyone make a will save.
Don't roll a 13, he learned.
Is that what you got, Kraka?
Maybe.
And Tulak, what'd you get?
18.
Okay, and Gilda?
30.
Okay. Tulak and Kraka, immediately your minds become muddled as confusion takes over. And you gain the confused condition in this mind fog aura that this thing starts to emanate at you. Lady Gilda, you are unaffected, but you can feel it pressing against you.
She's gonna punch it again then.
Punch.
Just pull down on the rope with one hand and uppercut with the other.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, are you going lethal with that? Because that would be amazing.
No, still non-lethal.
I mean, getting knocked out that many times in a row can't be good for
It almost feels like GM Fiat. I should make it lethal. You're gonna pull down and shoot up, but no, it's fine. Yeah, boom, knock it out again. It's clearly ready to oppose you, even in its weakened state.
Yeah. She will untie. Well, she'll wait for Krugga and Tulok to return to their senses and just resign herself to that this creature cannot be saved.
Yeah, it's really quick. Yeah, it's like it's a one round effect. You guys experience it a little bit in the fight, but it has the ability to like turn it on and off.
Tulok essentially is holding his forehead, and he just brings down a stone upon the head of this creature.
Dead.
Does it have anything else on its person? I know the artwork is showing like a wand and stuff.
It's got it's got the book of research notes. It's got a long sword that it was wielding. It's got a wand, and it's got a tarnished silver key.
Ooh, bitch, I love that.
Okay.
Tulok takes the wand in the book.
Wand and the book. Now I forget. I forget is if the spell on the wand is part of your
School magic
spell list. Yeah, your tradition. You automatically know what it is.
If it's on his list and he can cast it.
Okay, if it's on his list and he has it in his repertoire, you automatically know. But if it's on your list, you have to roll. Oh, I always forget that.
I'd like to give it to Duffy and see if he knows what best to use to figure it out.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, hello. Oh, it's a stick. Why are you feeding me a stick, Master Tulok?
Come on, Duffy. Just enjoy it.
Oh, it's cinnamony, like a stick. Oh, that's weird. Yes. Oh, hello, Mr. Stickman. It's got a very, it's magical. It's sort of the gods, but it's also a bit weird. It's sort of divine and occultish at the same time.
Ah, very interesting. Tulok will roll an occultism check on it.
Occultism.
Son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
I think this is fine actually, because it's not a high roll, but this is not a very high spell either. It is a Wand of Status. It's a level 2 spell. Status is basically an occult it's a divination spell, but it's on the occult and divine traditions. As long as you and the target that you cast a spell on are in the same plane of existence and both alive, you remain aware of its present state. You know the target's direction from you, distance from you, and any conditions affecting it.
So Tulok turns to them and says, "Someone knows that this creature is dead now. We should probably leave this area. They will be calling reinforcements."
Before we do, can I investigate the longsword?
Yep. It is a plain old longsword. However, you did see it try to envenom it with its spittle in the middle of the combat.
+5
Okay.
spittle.
So should we try this wall opposite from where we came out for another secret door, or do we just want to... Where do we want to go from here?
Quick point of order. Who wants to take this tarnished silver key? Don't forget about that.
Gilda.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it. I've already got one key that we suspect is for this level.
Okay. Tarnished silver key in your inventory. And...
His name is Freeman, and he's here to say that you got that key in your inventory.
Nice.
That was pretty good.
I want to give James a hero point for thinking of the word reaper.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I've been like that and the staff of necromancy. I've just been waiting for Scott to use. Those are like two of my favorite items that I think I've seen in this campaign
They're
so
really cool.
far.
And they're both just, well, one of them just stuffed in my bag.
Wasting away. All right, so that sort of sorted, or at least this little tiny chapter finished. You take a look around this room. So you just have that transparent wall of stone ahead of you, but there are only doors that are in here. The one you came through, the one to the north, and one to the west, like northwestern side of the room. And if you give a little look around, you immediately start to smell something really stinky by that northwest door. It like there's a real brutal aroma seeping through the cracks of that door.
Smells like good cheese.
What if, and was that if Krucka used his quick search or what a thorough search?
A thorough search?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how does that work again? That's a new thing. Thorough search. Take twice as long to look around.
Yeah, +2 circumstance bonus.
Oh, okay, sure. I mean, I haven't rolled any perception checks. This is just a general, very obvious thing. Like, if you go near the door, it's like, there is something rank behind it.
Oh, didn't have to search for that one.
Yeah, basically. Who ripped one in here?
But doing a thorough search while somewhat plugging his nose reveals nothing.
Sure. Yeah. Let me just do a little search for you. Yeah, looking around, you don't really find. It's a pretty barren room. You don't find anything of significance.
Okay, so Tulok is motioning just as he's finishing towards just one of the doors because he thinks they should get out of there.
Also, Krucka's looking a little rough, isn't he?
We gotta find a place for Krucka to heal. Yeah, I was about to say he got hit pretty hard.
Can we Can we identify how to close off the secret door?
Yeah, it should be pretty straightforward, to be honest. Once you come through.
If we're going through one of the other doors, Gilda will close this. So theoretically, there's the spot where there's a little bit of a respite that we know of. The less we can, show off of that hallway, the better. I think at this point.
Well, are we should Gilda give him a try for a quick healing, or does it take 10 minutes?
It'd be 10 minutes. He's down by like 60.
Okay, so maybe Tulok is just standing at the ready to cast magic missile, 3-round burst at either one of these doors if someone comes through, and we should do a little healing.
Okay, I'll start with lay on hands for 24.
Nice.
Krucka can do kill wounds on himself with nature.
Let me do it. Well, what's your nature?
+11.
Let me do it. My medicine's at 12, and I can retry every 10 minutes.
Well, I already rolled it and
Okay.
got a 16. So.
Oh yeah, because you got continual recovery right now.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
took last time.
Lady Gilda is your heal bot officially.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just ignore that and let her do it.
No, it's fine. If he does 10 minutes, so that'll take 10 minutes, so she'll refocus, and then you can have another 24 back from the lay on hands.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, the idea with continual recovery is that I can just swap between lay on hands and continual
Yeah.
recovery. 'Cause each one takes
That's
10
pretty
minutes.
awesome, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta like refocus while treating wounds and then just cast it.
Yeah. So that'll be 30 minutes. 20 minutes.
30 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, 20, because lay on hands, heal check. Lay on hands, we're good to go.
Oh, in that case, it'll only be 10 minutes. Because your lay on hands your heal takes 10, and my lay on hands takes 10 to refresh. So lay on hands, heal for 10 minutes, lay on hands at the end of the 10 minutes.
Beauty. Like a well-oiled machine. lubricated with blood machine.
So we are loosely at about 10:30 a.m. Just throwing it out there.
Tulok gestures towards the stinky door.
Gilda will take point defending and doing an auditory perception check.
Sure. You listen at the door, possibly using your free hand to plug your nose, because it stinks.
Did you
But-
give anyone that wand and the book?
I'm pretty sure they're in your inventory, bud.
Never mind, I see it now. Thank you.
You hear just the occasional, maybe light scratching noise. It's very hard to discern.
She will non-verbally gesture like a mouse and then point at the floor.
Everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
It's a Disney property.
This is not one of our predetermined signals.
Tulok pulls out the wand of magic missile and nods.
Crack a scouting.
She will attempt the door then.
You open the door, and it cracks just fine. And there's this waft of painful stench. In fact, the pre-written description here says this room bears the rich stink of rot. That's the way they put it. Immediately you see there are 4 sort of doors that kind of look like changing stalls. There's 2 to the north and 2 to the south immediately. And this leads straight down a 5-foot-long hallway, and you can see right away, too, that there are a series of curtains that line the hallway, 2 to the north and 2 to the south. And then as you head further down west the hallway, there is yet another curtain at the end, the western side.
Tulok rubs a little bit of his soap onto his cloak and puts it in front of his mouth and nose.
What aroma of soap would you say you have in your inventory there, Tulok? If you give me a real good answer, I'll give you a hero point.
He's from Otari, so clearly it's lavender.
Okay, you can have your hero point. That's great.
Isn't Otari famous for... Was it lavender?
Yes,
or
they
no?
are. Yeah, it's one of
Yeah.
their main exports.
Yeah, that's right.
It's amazing. That was probably one of the easiest earned hero points of the show, and I love it.
Not if you knew how bad my brain is.
Yeah. The other thing I was gonna say, if you said it was coffee, scented, I would have been like, yes. This coffee's the other thing they love.
Okay, so is the when Gilda initially breathes in this stench, is it like repugnant to the point that she's having a physical reaction to it?
You are very close to a physical reaction, but no, you're like, you could feel yourself on the cusp, like, oh boy.
Tulok holds up the soap as if like
It's
lavender?
It literally stings your nostrils to the point of watering your eyes. That's the closest to a physical reaction.
Okay, so for the listeners, I was asking if it had a mechanical effect.
Yes. And the answer is no.
Okay, so she will leave the bottle there on her belt and take a 5-foot step in. Shield up, taking the defend action.
You take a step in, and you can see that there is like basically each of the doors have a makeshift clockwork mechanism attached to them, and there seems to be a lever on the eastern wall right next to you. You actually see it on the map because this map's amazing. And it connects through a series of wires and pulleys. And once you've stepped in and you kind of like handle the sense a little bit more, you can actually see the very far curtain on the western end you can see like smoke or steam a little bit coming out from behind it. Just very gently. And there's definitely a humidity in this room.
The dungeon sauna.
A flesh warp dungeon sauna.
Classic flesh warp dungeon sauna.
That old trope, eh?
My favorite metal album.
So you said there were wires and like lines coming from this lever, like a copper wire, that what we would come to expect is a copper wire.
Yeah, it's like a series of wires and pulleys that seem to all be attached to the doors that are near you and the lever.
Okay. I think this might have galvanistic traits, but Gilda would not know that. So she is just going to step forward, taking the defend action to cover that 5-foot hallway and point the lever out to Krugga, the being with the best repair and crafting in the party.
Yeah, he'll step in and take a look.
Yeah, and even just taking a look, you see that it all appears to be reasonably functional, a little bit makeshift, but reasonably well maintained. In fact, it actually doesn't look like maybe this series of pulleys and wires was here for very long. It doesn't look nearly as ancient as the rest of the dungeon. It's very much a reasonably new, by comparison, device.
Ooh, a modern contraption.
Reasonably modern. Contemporary, you might say.
I'm an old soul. But any insight into what it does?
I would imagine it would open the clockwork locks like a prison or prison block. You know, you've got your auto shutdown.
Tulok steps in and steps to the south and would like to try to determine if that is in case. If that is, in fact, the case.
That was like a whole new version of telenetic. You just crossed words right out.
Whole sentences. My brain just fucking glitched.
Syllables. It was whole words.
I thought Discord glitched out for a minute.
That was my brain.
That was my brain, he says.
Okay, but I would like to roll maybe a thievery just to determine how I think the system works.
Yeah, you can't make heads or tails of it, Tulok. It doesn't appear to be some sort of trap or lock. But I mean, Krugga's a master at crafting, so I just rolled him, and he's like, "Yep, that's exactly what it do. It will crack all those doors at once."
It do be locking.
So the door is locked to my south if I tried it. Single door, all at once. Just one time.
No, you could actually do it. You can see that the pulleys and the wires are basically attached to some latches, so you could actually just manually pull that latch yourself and open the door if you like.
I do.
It would probably be probably best do one at a time. So
Gilda will draw the cooperative blade at this point, seeing Tulok fiddling with the door
Tulok
latch.
just opens the latch, sword comes out, roll for initiative. Oh, shit.
tracks.
Okay. Because what you see in front of you, Tulok, is this creature.
Ooh.
And
Cool.
it stinks to the high heavens. It's basically kind of like the ghouls you fought upstairs in a way. It definitely reminiscent, like lipless tooth like face with like a long tongue and the decaying skin, and it looks hideous. But it's ready to lunge at you. Let's get some initiative. Kureka, what'd you get?
Well, having a real scent, a nose for scent, as you might say, he got a 13. Wasn't like this.
Brutal. How about you, Tulok?
I'd like to make the argument that since I was just using thievery to try to determine this lock, I would like to roll with thievery. 21.
That's all right. That's all right, Lady Gilda.
I'm also going to take a long shot here. Since she drew the blade as combat started, I would like to vie for my melee strike as my initiative.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
Okay, that's a 27.
I appreciate the effort, though.
It wasn't a whole lot of effort involved. But,
Yeah.
16 versus 10.
I'd like to roll with acrobatics because I didn't stab myself with the sword as I pulled it out.
I mean, we have a ruling on it. We know I don't have to ask anymore.
Yeah. All right. Combat starts. Lady Gilda's on top of the order. And let me just see here real quick. Okay, yeah, Lady Gilda, you're up.
She is going to delay and... Tulok, get out of there!
Okay. Tulok, roll me a fortitude save.
Why?
Because it's the start of your turn.
If this is because of the scent, I would like a circumstance bonus because of my soapy nose.
He's making all kinds of demands today, isn't he?
That's right, baby.
I mean, that one feels legit. He did take the time to
yeah,
justify it.
that's actually great. I'll allow it. I'll
Mike.
totally allow it. You get a plus one.
Plus one. All right, this is 23.
That is a success. You are temporarily immune to this brutal scent for 1 minute. So if this combat
All right.
happens to go for 10 rounds, let's hope it doesn't. You'll have to recalculate that. What do you want to do,
like,
Tulok?
ugh, and
It's brutal.
moves 10 feet to the northwest and will cast telekinetic projectile.
All right, getting heavy right out of the gate.
30 to hit, baby.
That's a crit.
Nice.
32
Get it done.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Hot damn. Smashes this thing with, I don't know, what'd you throw? A bar of soap?
No, I would never. It's a floor tile.
Damn it. A broken floor tile. Good call. All right, that's you. Lady Gilda, you going to interject right away?
Yeah, she absolutely is.
Cool. You're up.
First
What do you got?
action will be... First action will be to drop the cooperative blade.
Okay.
Second action will be to stride. And third action will be to strike out at this thing.
All right.
It's a 32 to hit.
That's a crit.
Let's
That
go,
is
baby.
32 points of bludgeoning and 2 points of positive if it is in fact undead.
And you completely destroy this undead creature.
You just like turn that thing's face into paste.
Step back. Steps back. Wham. Walks up. Punch. Destroyed. Done. And then you just hear a racket from the other three doors. Just like shaking the doors and scrambling at them because of this sudden burst in like what sound and combat and just like everything. And clearly the creatures in the other doors are trying to get out.
I wonder what's in there.
Right now they can't really get out. What do you guys want to do? It's kind of loose initiative now, real quick.
Tulok turns to the lever and says, Kruka, perhaps you should disable this so if someone comes up behind us, they can't let them all out at once.
Good thinking.
Gilda will sheath the cooperative blade and just keep her shield up in defending posture.
Yeah, Kruka would like to disable this if he can by either crafting or bashing.
Yeah, roll me a crafting check.
It's never a bashing check.
I mean, it's up to you.
21.
You want to craft it, or do you want to like try and just snap this lever or something?
No, we'll try to craft it, but you got a 21.
21. Yeah, honestly, this it's not a terribly complicated design. You feel like you could just start snipping wires and just totally disable it.
And he will do that with a hatchet.
I didn't say slash. I said hack. I said snip.
He'll do it with 2 hatchets.
Kruk, in this moment, invents the new tool known as the hatchet snip.
The most manly scissors around.
I cut myself so much doing this.
That's how you know it's good.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, but in the back of Kruk's head, you know he prefers like those Crayola safety scissors. Like he's got a real appreciation for them.
He just likes the ones that are fun shapes.
Yeah.
You can never get these when they're left-handed.
Tulok would like to move slightly down to the west and just listen at the first set of other doors.
So again, not doors. These are curtains that are draped along the hallway.
Oh, so those first ones were all doors, and now
Those were
we're
all
in
doors.
curtain territory.
Everything else around you is curtains now, and they're pretty old and musty, but they are intact and hiding whatever is behind them. Fully
Tulok
words.
peeks behind the curtain.
That's metagaming. You crack a curtain to the north, and you just see an overturned sort of table and an unlit lantern hanging on the wall. That's it.
Tulok opens the one to the south.
And you see the same thing, except the table's not overturned.
And he would just like to do
Relative, man.
Actually, I shouldn't say lantern so much. It's actually more of a brazier.
sconce.
Not a sconce. No, it's on the. Despite what the map shows, I would say it's more on the floor, and it like holds like, it looks like it holds like stones. There's like stones sitting inside the brazier.
Sauna.
Yeah, like you said, sauna. Tulok would just like to investigate inside the northern one. If there's
take a look
any
around.
items, any doors, and also he will inspect the brazier. Brazier crane.
Oh, God.
What the hell? Apropos of nothing, brazier crane. No, you discover nothing of import.
Rocco would like to search the other one thoroughly.
And you do, and nothing.
But I had
Tulok heads to the next set of curtains and opens the curtains to the north.
Okay, you open the other northern curtains, and it is a non-overturned table, but the same thing. Pretty barren. And as you're getting closer to the western side, you see more. It's more obvious now that the steam coming through the far end.
And it's more obvious that it is steam and not smoke.
Yes, indeed it is. I did not.
Does it stink as much at the side?
No, not at all.
This might be a flesh golem laboratory.
James has the fear.
Yeah, flesh golems are scary shit.
Tulok opens the final curtain to the south.
And wouldn't you know it, overturned table, nothing at all. You just hear the okay. Now at this point, you hear all of a sudden just like a. On the other side of the western curtain.
Tulok stands in front of said western curtain and would like to cast Detect Magic. 30-foot emanation.
Okay. Detect magic. Let's double check this room. You do not detect any magic at all. Well, that's not strictly true. You detect a very small amount of magic. And it you know the School of Magic, right?
Well, I can also now pinpoint the source of the highest level magic. Like, for an imprecise sense, you don't learn the exact location, but can narrow it down to a source, narrow down the source to within a 5-foot cube.
Okay, so it is. You feel as though it's pretty much straight ahead of you, and it is of the School of Transmutation.
So Tulok turns to his companions and says, "There's a little bit of magic in there. Transmutation. Should be directly in front of us."
Gilda is facing away from you two with her shield up, blocking the 5-foot hallway. Just ready. Are we sure we want to go in there before we deal with whatever could be out here? Last thing we want to do is get flanked in a curtained off 5-foot hallway.
Yes. Maybe that's the right way to go about things. Just like we did before, let's take them one at a time.
Yes. You might as well just punch them all to death.
Tulok will stand across from whichever one she's about to open and will ready telekinetic projectile.
You're going back to all the fucking ghasts. Spoiler, they're ghasts.
It's either take them out now or risk them flanking us later. You know.
See, that's why I thought the whole disabling was for the preventative measure. But, yeah, sure.
Are we certain that that's what the disabling did? Is it locked the doors?
Well, they're like latched from the outside, and the whole thing could have unlatched them all at the same time. But you snipped all the wires.
I think James's worry is, although they couldn't all be unlatched at once, they could still all be unlatched individually. So we might as well just kill them all. So, okay. Fan of Metallica as I am, I go with kill them all.
What are the doors made out of? Just wood?
Yeah, just wood. Yeah, they're pretty simple.
Yeah,
They're sturdy.
I mean, I don't know. Gilda thinks we should take care of it. What do you guys think?
Tulok nods and says, "Let's kill them all."
Okay. She'll open the door in front of her.
Okay, so we're going back into combat here, are we? Shit. There we go. Let's do this. Roll me another initiative.
14.
Kraka?
28.
All right. And Tulak?
Tulok readied telekinetic projectile, so I'd like to argue I could roll with occultism.
I mean, you readied it. I mean, what's the trigger?
As soon as I see that little
As soon as you
gasp.
see the thing. Yeah, okay. You're really
I mean, we
pushing
must
it, and
be
I love
pretty close to hand waving this at this point, you know.
I like it. Sure, why not? Okay. Start of the combat. Put some music back on, I guess. Immediately, some of the doors start like shaking again because something like they kind of detect you guys setting up. You're making noise. You're a little more casual about it this time. But Tulak, yeah, you're up.
18 to hit.
That misses. Bangs off the wall.
Okay, Tulok. So, telekinetic projectile, no dice, but he casts guidance on Gilda.
Yeah, do it. Krucka, what do you got?
Krucka will free action change his grip on the butchering axe. Second action, first action, draw the light hammer. And
Light hammer.
Throw it.
Yeah.
Throw it through cover, lesser cover.
Okay. That's a +1 to cover past Lady Gilda.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Although, yeah, to give you like flinging it off your hip, just like Carmen did. And it just like, but it looks like it comes from Gilda's hit because you just like slide it right past her. Yeah, roll me some goddamn damage.
22.
Okay, that's a pretty solid hit. Not your best, but
Too
yeah.
bad. And with it returning to him, he will just throw it again.
Returning light
For
hammer go.
29 to hit.
That hits, not a crit.
10 damage.
10 more damage. Boom. What a scene. That's a really weird one to imagine, but I love it. It's like these yo-yo hammers coming from Gilda's hips as far as the gas is concerned. Next up,
You weren't
is-
punching fast enough.
Next up is the gas that was a little bit more ready than Gilda might have anticipated. And, oh, sorry, Kraka, can you give me a fortitude save?
Can I? Now that I'm a master of it, 8 on the die for a 23.
Okay, you're good. You are immune to this particular stench. And this ghast is going to sweet jaws attack. Because why wouldn't I? It's going to try and bite you, Lady Gilda. That's a 15. And then it's going to
Critical fail.
With a... shut up. With the claw, 20, 23. And claw again, 23.
It's a solid map penalty there.
I hate your AC right now. And you hear more shaking from the other doors. Lady Gilda, roll me a fortune save.
16.
Oh, you are sickened.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's your turn.
Punch 1. 27.
Hit.
14 points of bludgeoning, 1 point of positive.
Dead.
Yeah, I did. After Kraka hit it, I didn't feel like I needed the guidance to try and up that to a crit.
Oh, I meant the. I was gonna say for your save.
Oh, gotcha. Next action, she will retch, which is another fortitude save. Am I right?
Correct.
That's a 20.
You are good. You remove the second condition. That didn't take long.
Okay, and then she'll raise her shield with her third action.
All right.
old
Top of the
punch
order.
rebuke.
The ghasts in the northern doors are just rattling at the doors. Tulok, what do you want to do?
Tulok will ready a spell, telekinetic projectile, with the trigger of seeing an enemy.
Okay. Readying an action. So, keeping in mind, so this is a little bit of a debatable thing. You can ready a single action using 2 actions. I always felt as though it makes sense to ready a 2-action thing with 3 actions as well, although I don't think that's as is written. But I'll give you this gimme. It's honestly better to just delay. It makes way more strategical sense because you're not wasting any actions on trying to ready something.
I thought it'd be more fun this way because we never ready anything. But
Yeah,
fine.
that's true. That's true.
I delay.
Delay is one of the most valuable things. Because anyone listening here that listens to GCP, everyone gives Joe shit for delaying, but it is one of the best strategies in the game.
I've already delayed in this combat, or in this session.
Yeah, exactly. It's twice, I think. No, just the once. But yeah.
If RuPaul played Pathfinder, he would say delay away.
I don't get that.
It's a good joke.
I don't know. Sashay away.
Krucka, you're up.
Delay. No, just kidding. 5-foot step north. Open the door.
Open the door.
Yeah.
And of course is a gas right there.
Bath. And hit with the hammer for a 30.
That's a crit.
16 points of damage.
This is dumb. This is gonna be the most boring combat for listeners in the world. It's kind of awesome at the same time.
You can hand wave it at any moment.
Shooting
Oh
gas
hell
in a
no,
barrel.
because any amount of hit points you might lose, I want to keep.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, gas have a pretty wicked bite attack.
You're not wrong. Okay, that's you, Krucka. Move, open, attack.
Yep.
It is now that gas turn, and it is going to come.
I will step in line here.
Cheeky son of a bitch. Fine.
Telekinetic projectile, 32 to hit.
That's a crit.
38 points of damage. Bludgeoning.
What the hell? Oh my
Damn, Tulak, where'd
Dead.
you learn to delay so good?
There is no chance. There is no chance that I'm gonna get something on you, aliens. Okay, it's dead. Wonderful. Good work, everyone.
Thank you.
Team
effort.
Yep. And next
It's
up
like
is
shooting gas in
the
a barrel.
that is also still stuck. And there you go. What do you get?
First action stride. Second action interact. And third will be to punch if there's a gas.
There sure is.
It's a 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
I'm going to use a hero point. I want to see if I can one-shot one of these casts.
No.
That is ballsy.
No, that's a 21.
21 damage.
No, 21 to
Oh,
hit.
no. Oh, you're wait. Sorry. Oh, use the hair. Point.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanted to see if I could crit and one-shot it.
What a waste of a hero point.
I thought it was fun.
Hey, we're having fun.
We are having
Is it
fun.
21 hit?
What's your damage? That's still a hit. It's still a hit. Yeah.
That is 10 points of bludgeoning, 2 points positive.
Okay.
That's all three. Stride, open strike.
Krucka, what do you get?
I guess he'll just have to line up behind Lady Gilda and start throwing that hammer.
I was going to say, just drop one hand off that axe and just swing it.
Yep. Do the yo-yo hammer again.
Yeah, I can't go around the corner.
With one hand and an axe? That's what they're designed for.
Not at that angle. Can't swing his big axe with one hand.
That was a 20 to hit, Sam.
Yeah.
12 damage.
That hits.
And
Second returning light hammer.
a 25 to hit. That hits.
That hits.
12 damage.
You got it. Still alive though. Tulak, what do you got?
Telekinetic projectile. Bow, bow, bow,
We're
bow.
just playing all the greatest hits.
20
here.
to hit.
That hits.
This is the Eagles Volume 2 all over again.
Oh god.
Is 20 a hit?
Yep.
17 points of damage.
It's dead.
I'm not gonna lie, that was very unsatisfying.
Arguably the 20s might not have been hits because of soft cover, but this is where I'm hand waving it. Who cares? it's pointless.
Yeah. And they search
That's basically it.
the cells.
You search the cells and you find absolutely nothing of value. Just hideously disgusting stench. All of you, which of you are trying not to gag on? Most interesting episode yet.
How far past this curtain at the end of the hall did you say the transmutation magic was?
You said you could tell it was directly ahead of you.
Yeah, but I can tell within the 5-foot square. So is that like 30 feet away, 10 feet away? Or do you mean like
You can tell within a 5-foot square. What does that mean exactly?
where the magic is coming from?
You could tell which 5-foot square?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
imprecise sense.
Sorry, you say within a 5-foot square. I'm like that sounds like it's within the square you're occupying, you know.
Yeah,
Is
okay.
that how it's worded?
It just means that like somewhat like if it was a ring, I wouldn't be able to tell it was like the ring the person was wearing, but it was within the 5-foot
But you could
square
tell
that they occupy.
it's within. Oh, okay. I got
Sorry,
you,
that's
I got
probably
you.
my description.
No, yeah, all good. Yeah, from your position at the curtain, it would have been 20 feet away from you.
Okay, so Tulok stacks 2 away from the curtain here to let one of his companions in front of him and says, "Watch out for mimics within there. We've had issues with them in the past."
What do we know about transmutation magic?
I mean,
Magic isn't a specialty
Yeah.
of Gilda's, so what could Tulok tell her about transmutation magic and maybe how it would relate to this place?
It makes shit other shit.
to put it simply.
Serious answer is I don't know any more than that.
Yeah, I'm trying to ask you for recall knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would say it's relatively common knowledge. Like, magic is pervasive through Galarian. So, transmutation, it is the magic of adding or changing the properties of something.
Right, but since we're in downtime, what I'm asking Scott to do is to take the identify magic action. I'm just trying to do it so it sounds like it's his idea.
Oh yeah, you don't have to do that.
Sure, but to accomplish what exactly? My question now is to accomplish what?
Well, to identify the spell. Or to identify what spell is affecting the transmutation.
But you don't know, it's not necessarily a spell, it's just magic. It's magical. Right? It doesn't have to be a spell that's been cast. Like, literally your hand wraps could be triggering the same thing. Like, Tulak can omit them because he knows they exist. You know what I mean? Like, that wouldn't be a spell. That would be the runes on your hand wraps.
Identify magic, a success is you get a sense of what the magic does and any means of activating it. For an ongoing spell, you learn the effect's name and what it does. Like, that's what I'm...
Okay.
Like...
So you're hoping...
It's a downtime activity.
Right. Oh, so downtime is not... That's different from exploration.
No, sorry. It's an exploration activity.
So what you're hoping for is to see if you could determine whether or not it is a spell.
Pretty much, yeah. Or if it's just like a trap or a mimic or, like it's still a roll, right? And it's going to be a high DC because we don't know what it's coming from, but maybe he can tune in on the transmutation magic. I know we're kind of starting to go into these rooms willy-nilly, but if we identify magic, maybe we'll get a little bit more knowledge before going in. And if we get more knowledge from identify magic, we could theoretically roll that into a recall knowledge before we even open the door. Just trying to metagame a little bit more.
Yeah, no, it's fair because we don't dig into these like degrees of success in some of these like sort of side things very much. At least the nitty gritty of them. So identify magic is not something we do generally, but we don't always dig deep into.
Yeah, and I was reading it the other day, and it doesn't specify you have to know what the source is. You just would discover that an item, location, or ongoing effect is magical. Like, it doesn't say at any point he needs to see it or understand it. It just...
So, that's an 22 occultism check, but if it is to identify something that has the mental, possession, prediction, or scrying traits, it's a 24.
If you pull out the necromancy staff, it's also a 24 to necromantic magic.
Boom. He pulls that shit out.
I'm telling you should have that in your hands at all times.
You have no reason not to.
It's so good.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't like the... Never mind.
Okay.
I just didn't like.
I mean, that's cool if it's your character. Like, it's a level 7 item that just has spells in it for free.
It
like,
doesn't stop you from casting at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so 22. I'm sorry for this. This is after all this conversation, you're reasonably sure it is just a rune on an item. Yeah. Some sort of enhancement rune.
Pop that door.
Right, and that's, it doesn't give us a whole lot of knowledge, but A, we know something in here is enhanced with transmutation magic, which is fine.
It's not,
but
not
B,
bad.
we know it's probably attended because of the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And C, we've figured out how to kind of roll identify magic into this a little bit. And if that took 10 minutes, Gilda will throw Kruka a lay on hands to bring him back up to full before we even open this
Okay.
door.
Do it. Lay on hands that shit.
Yeah, she does that. So that's 24 back to Kruka.
All right, and you pull
One last perception check at the door before she opens.
Yep. And you get a...
I'm scared of this room. I don't know if I'm getting that across.
I think it's pretty obvious you're scared of this room.
Yeah, you sure are. Open the door. Let's go.
Listen closely again. And you just hear another...
Taking the defend action, she opens.
You pull the curtain aside, and you see a room.
It's just Frank Moran standing there.
That is
Frank Morgan.
You see basically a round sauna constructed entirely of polished stone. It's a wooden bench that lines the circumference of the room, save for the exit you, of course, are coming through, which is covered by a thick curtain that you've just pulled aside. Sometimes these inscriptions are really awkward. At the center of the chamber stands a stone pedestal topped with heavy bronze bowl filled with red-hot rocks. A much larger version of what you saw in the other rooms. A wooden bucket full of water rests next to the pedestal, and there is a big, hefty amount of steam that kind of rolls through. And straight ahead of you, on the other side of this bowl of rocks, is this creature.
I can't believe Duncan was right, and it actually is a fucking sauna.
Yeah, Duncan
Hell yeah.
Duncan 100% gets a hero point for calling sauna. It's literally a sauna. And this gray-skinned creature just stands up and just kind of flexes its muscles and stretches out and just gives you this, like, cheeky smile. And he just says,
Looking for a game? Looking for a sport? You found it. I am Mershen, and I will make you hurt.
and that's what we're going to call it. Stemming the Tide is an actual play podcast of the Adventure Path Abomination Vaults and is produced by the Uncharted North Network. Stemming the Tide uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Stemming the Tide is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Music is composed by Will Savino and artwork by Greyhood. Stemming the Tide is recorded remotely using Foundry Virtual Tabletop. If you wish to connect with us or support this project and projects to come, we can be found at unchartednorth.ca, patreon.com/unchartednorth, and on all major social media platforms. Links to all credits can be found in the episode description and our website. Thanks for tuning in.